I guess just gonna be a ramble video about like, you know, where I've been and like some of the updates on like crim and helldivers and all that stuff, man. So yeah, I'll just give you, I don't even know, whatever kind of gameplay I can find, I guess. But yeah, I've low-key, I got a freshman year and sophomore now. I've just been low-key focusing on school because like a lot of work going on, all that stuff, man. And then I picked guitar back up again, so it's just been like, you know, I didn't really have time for crim or anything, let alone like setting aside time to make videos and all that. But I got through all that schoolwork and stuff, and now I might have a little bit more time to make some more videos. But yeah, I've just been focusing on school, playing some guitar, you know, hanging out with friends, spending like doing some stuff IRL. But as you can see, crim is like Hollow's theme. Their whole like thing was like witching hour, where like you could knock on a whole bunch of doors and get like random stuff. There was 2 new limiteds from this update, one being the one from like cases. Yeah, cases out of this case. It's like a little machete, and it makes like, it's just like Ripper's machete, but like kind of bad. And then the other one is like a golden shiv you could get from opening the doors, and it's just like golden katana buffs but on a shiv. Yeah, and then they added a new kit. It's like the Prowler kit. It's okay. It's just like a Freddy Krueger kit. So you just like go invisible, and then you can like hunt people. And I guess you have 80% resistance whenever you're hunting people. So it's just like you can't really be killed. I think Metal Bat is its only weakness, but like you can't really be killed whenever you're like hunting somebody. But it gives you a minute to kill that person, and if you like fail killing that person, it like reveals you on the map for I think a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. I don't know all the details. But then they brought Necro back, and Fallen back, and Monster Mash, and you know, Witch's Brew. But yeah, so it's just like last year's, except in my opinion the skins are worse, and like, I don't know, the kits are pretty fun, but yeah, that's all there is. Let's see, I think there's something else that I'm missing. And I just got 3 like all clean Witch's Brew drinks, so that's always nice. Oh yeah, they got rid of like pixel skipping, so with snipers and like long range, if you like aim in and you like, move slightly, you don't like drag onto pixels anymore. So like with scoped in guns like Mare, Scout BFG, Upgraded Foul, it made them a lot better from like range, because you don't have that like pixel problem anymore where it would just like snap like this at far range. But yeah, they fixed that, so now I don't know, aiming feels a little bit like weirder but better to me, honestly. Some people that I've talked to don't like the update, but I think it's pretty cool. And then yeah, you know, this typical like crim stuff hasn't really gotten any better, apart from like the pixel skipping. Crim is still like, you know, it's crim. I guess it's just crim. But for helldivers, they have like fart, man. They got the Wow, man, I'm really blanking here. But yeah, so they had like a whole bunch of like crashing issues with their game, and like the game just didn't feel as good as it like used to, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. But they fixed all that. They buffed a bunch of weapons, but they also like okay, yeah, they fixed a bunch of weapons and they buffed them, and they also but they, along with the buffs on the weapons, they also buffed the enemies, and that just made the weapons that didn't get buffed like worse. Because if you don't know, they did a patch before this where they did something to fire, and it was, since they said they weren't going to touch the coyote, they did something to fire which directly impacted the coyote and only the coyote. And they came back out on one of their streams and they said, yeah, we did impact the coyote and a couple other things. We're releasing something else to deal with that soon. So it was just like, I don't know, Arrowhead was just, I don't know. I guess it's like not thinking straight or something, I don't know. And then, let's see, they buffed like a whole bunch of weapons. So AMR does one shot to a Hulk visor now. Thermite got a really, not thermite, dynamite got a really big buff with, now it can destroy fabricators without being, like, have to be inside the vent, same with bug holes. And it's like bigger explosion radius. They moved it from medium to heavy pen. They removed all the ragdolling on the War Striders, which was like really, really nice. They also removed all the ragdolling on those bunker turrets, where like if you were seen by them, you were basically just dead, and there's nothing you could do about it, unless you're wearing like fortified armor. But they did that. I'll probably pull the patch notes up on the screen, and I'll probably do a voiceover for that. But as for now, I don't know, man. That was kind of all I had to talk about. So I mean, we can just like, you know, see what all these casual demons are up to. Know what I mean? But yeah, I've just been like, I don't know, just locked in, not on crim but on other things. And I don't know, I low-key feel like a lot better, like mentally and everything. So I think it was good that I took that little break. And yeah, man, I'll probably have more videos out for you soon. I just have to find like stuff to talk about, you know? Because I mean, the clips videos, they're always nice, but they get kind of boring, if I'm gonna be like completely honest, every now and then. And I've just been wanting to do like a Rambo video for a while now. Like, oh my god, he's trying to be like Pies, oh my god. But no, I've just been like kind of thinking about doing a Rambo video. Rambo. Alright, bro. Ramble, not Rambo. Why can't I control recoil on the Beretta, bro? Level 99 and look at me, bro. Oh, looks like all those 25 bullets are out. Oh. Why is he not on me? Okay. Maybe that wasn't his friend. Maybe he just hates that chicken guy. I know that avatar. Unless I don't. Huh. Oh, I guess I don't. But yeah, man. If you guys like have anything you want me to like talk about, just, you know, leave a comment. You know, typical jazz. Alright, so here's the helldivers changes right here into the just 4.1. Okay, this just doesn't saying anything. Resupply rack isn't climbable anymore, so you can't do like those cool like resupply to get on a rock or whatever. Stuff like that, you can't do that anymore. Punisher Plasma, the damage projectile decreased from 100 to 0, even though like it actually didn't have projectile damage in the first place, so they just like fixed it and made it work right. And then, like it says, damage explosion increased from 150 to 225. So it's kind of just like a meta weapon now. It's almost like not the Scorcher, but the other one, the charge up one. It's kind of like that, but a little bit weaker. The Purifier. And then for Slugger, I don't really use Slugger, so I don't know how much this affected it, but damage increased from 280 to 330. Durable damage increased as well. Liberator I don't use, but 80 to 90, 15 to 22. Liberator Carbine, same thing. Liberator Penetrator, 60 to 65, not really like that big of a difference. Concussive, same thing. Tenderizer, this is okay. It's not, you're probably not gonna notice that, but I mean it's still got a buff. The Pacifier, this thing used to be like complete, like horrid. Like there was no reason bringing this thing because it was the worst weapon in the game. It would give you stun values in exchange for your damage, which is just like, why would you want that if you can, like, you know, kill the enemies like quicker instead of just stunning them. But you know, whatever. Damage increased from 50 to 55. Stun increased from 1.5 to 2, which is a pretty big difference. You'll probably notice that if you do actually play the Pacifier. Defender, 80 to 100. But the drag is also increased, which just means that your bullets will do less from farther away. It's just like drop off. Knight, kind of like the same thing. All the SMGs are kind of like the same thing. Extra damage, more drag. Sickle, this is a really good weapon. I actually really like this. I just don't have the fire warbond yet. But 55 to 60, I mean that's good. 5 to 6 is also pretty good. So just because it's kind of like a heavy pen machine gun once you get it all, like minigun, I mean heavy pen minigun, whenever you get it all the way charged up, it's pretty good. I like it. Mac 5, that's the Halo assault rifle. 80 to 90, you probably won't notice it. At least I didn't. M7S, I like it. I don't like the drag on it, but other than that, I like it. It's pretty good. And I can't really talk about these because I don't own them. These are all melees. I don't really think any of this matters. I don't use any melees as far as going down like here. Peacemaker doesn't really matter. That's the starter weapon. Nobody really uses it. Redeemer, 60 to 70. Probably won't notice. Oh my god, he said 6-7. But Verdict. I like Verdict. It just made it worse, honestly, because 125 could already one-shot heavy dev heads. But M6C, that's the silence pistol from the Halo Warbond. On 100 to 110. So theoretically, it should be able to like one-shot heavy dev heads. But in a video, Odo talks about, I think it was Odo, it was somebody like that. He talks about how I guess it loses 1 damage when it comes out of the barrel, so it actually can't one-shot their heads, and I've also verified that. Warrant, I guess there's no drag on it now, which makes it pretty nice. And I don't really know what this does. Dynamite, as I was saying, damage increased from 700 to 1000. Armor pen, medium to heavy, demolition strength 30 to 40, stagger 30 to 40, and then it just loses 1, which is a pretty good like thing in my opinion. Like, it's a pretty good trade-off for what you get in my opinion. So I mean, I think that's a really good. G7 Pineapple, I don't know. I've tried it. It's still really, really unreliable. Not a real fan of this. Seeker, I can't really talk about it. I have it, I just don't use it. Frag, an all-around really good grenade. I like it. 5 to 6, good. Smoke, horrible nade, don't use it. Throwing knives, I don't know. And Scorcher, I don't really use. But the Epoch got pretty big Like, not big, but like, man, I'm like blanking this entire video, man. But until explosion, 3 to 3.25, so just basically like helping you out without getting exploded. Because like with the railgun effect, if you overcharge, it like blows you up. And then standard projectiles, 400 to 500, and 10 to 30, which means if you aim it at like the bug holes or the bot fabricator vents, you can blow it up, which is pretty nice. I like that for the APOC. Stalwart, 80 to 90, 15 to 22. You'd probably notice the durable damage. Stalwart's got a pretty good buff. Flamethrower, they've been messing around with fire a lot now, so Flamethrower just got a pretty big buff here. AMR, just one-shots Hulks now. It's pretty, got a lot stronger, 180 to 225. That's a pretty big difference. Also, increased starting and spare magazines. Autocannon, 260 to 325. I don't notice a difference at all with autocannon. Descalator, I also don't notice a difference. Solo Silo is one of the best buffs in this update. 800 to 1500, which means more health, and enemies will not attack it. Because usually you'd call it down and it'd be gone in like seconds, because every enemy ever would just go up to it and then like kill it, I guess. I don't know. Orbital Rail Cannon, you might notice this. I don't use it too much. This I don't really notice too much, but the ammo capacity is really, really nice. Yeah, Patriot, it's still like not as good as the Emancipator, but it's better now that it has 1350 instead of 1000. Illuminate enemies. So they made flesh mobs less vulnerable to fire, but then they also decreased its main health, and they made the faces a weak point, because a lot of people thought that it was, but it wasn't. So they made those a weak point. Elevated Overseer, these guys just got like buffed down to the ground, basically. You can see that 600 to 450, but I mean the head health is up, but head health doesn't really matter, because if you bring a Deadeye, I'm pretty sure you can still kill it in one shot. Head zone, so I think that went to medium to like lower medium or almost light. Torso health decreased, arms health decreased, slight increase on how it like, so they just get set on fire like faster, I guess, or easier. Leviathan, if you played in that one mission where there was like 2 Leviathans spawning every 13 seconds, you were like, oh wow, yeah, you just get automatically targeted in one shot from like, before it had like gun-based weaponry instead of beam. So now they did beam-based, and Leviathans only show up in cities, which is pretty nice. Rupture Strain, there used to be a bug where if you were the host, or I mean, it didn't really even matter if you were the host, but yeah, if you were like the host, it would automatically hit you when they came out of the floor, which just like wasn't fair. And it also did it if you weren't the host sometimes. Rupture Warrior, they just nerf these guys all around pretty much. Rupture Spewer is pretty nice actually now, because usually they would come out and they would just spit at you the second they came out. Now they don't do that. Bile Spewer, just more weak spot, I guess. Brood Commanders, harder to set on fire, harder to set on fire. They nerfed the Dragon Roach pretty good, and that's always nice. And that's pretty much it for the Terminids. For the Automatons, before the little guys, they could just hear you and then immediately call on a drop whenever they like heard something, like a gunshot or anything. They just call on a drop. Now they have to actually hear you and then go over, check it out, see you, and then they can call on a drop. Devastators, they got their legs used to be able to 2-shot them to Deadeye. It now takes 3 shots because they got buffed with their durability. Command Bunker Turret removed the ragdolling, like I was saying. Factory Slider, you know, I guess like nerfed the crisper to it because that was kind of overpowered. War Strider, just like no ragdolling, shoots grenades left often, 2 fewer. And weak spots are the eyes and the vents in the back now. And then they just buffed the Scout Strider's top shield. That was it. And then these are all just the crashes and stuff, and that doesn't really matter that much. So, yeah, there's your patch notes. So, alright guys, well, thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoy this type of stuff, leave a comment, subscribe, like, you know, all the stuff. Well, alright, I'll see you in the next one.